how's it going, everyone? It's Freddie. We're back. I have a DJ setup with me this time. Um, basically, I've been DJing for a really long time, since like the mid 90s. I started off as just like kind of like a regular kind of party DJ, and then I got introduced to like scratching, like the Scratch Pickles and the Beat Junkies. And then later on, I would get into like, Craze and the Allies and A-Track and all those guys. And I'm very much still into like cutting for the most part, because it's something that I generally love doing. I actually inspired or aspired to be a really good battle DJ. That was kind of like my I guess my thing when I was 18 to like 20. But then, I was always kind of like a few steps behind the leaders, and I kind of placed a lot in like fourth or fifth place. I kind of knew my place in battles. But this is kind of like the same time where I was experimenting with recording my own music and producing my own music. And then DJing kind of slowly progressed into me just kind of pursuing producing. But yeah, I'm still kind of heavily into not heavily, but I'm still into DJing. I still kind of DJ for the most part when I spin out. This is kind of like my basic setup here at home or in studio. I use the Tractor Control Z2. I know it's kind of an old mixer. There's been a lot way better mixers after that, especially from Rain and Serato, coming out with new stuff, and NAMM's coming up. So they're just introducing a whole bunch of new mixers. I chose the Z2 over like a Rain mixer is because I really like Innofader. It's kind of like my favorite fader to scratch on. People have their own preferences. Innofader is just kind of like a really smooth fader. I've had it in my previous DJ setups as well. I also wanted to use this mixer in particular because the integration with all the native instrument hardware, like meaning like machine as well as the software, it all kind of integrates. It has a really good ecosystem, Native Instruments. So that's kind of why I chose this mixer over like, say, a Serato style mixer. I still use Serato. I have a Serato box right here. And that's what we're using today. So I still have like the control records, 2 techniques with Serato control records, but then I'm using kind of like the Tractor Z2s just kind of as the mixer. I also have the MPC Live. I'm just basically using the loop function on the MPC Live, so we can kind of maybe loop up some stuff and then maybe cut over some stuff. I'm not that great as far as incorporating DJing into my production. Like I might add some scratches, but for the most part, I really haven't bridged those two worlds together. There's other DJs who do this so much better, like just fantastically. Like DJ Shifty, he kind of incorporates all his Tractor sets with his machine stuff, and it's more of like a performance kind of thing. I still haven't figured that out. Of course, my man DJ Manuel, he does this really well. He's super dope like DJ, and he produces as well. He uses kind of like the Rain or the Pioneer mixer to kind of make loops and then just kind of layer loops, and it's just dope stuff. As well as my man Tico out of the Bay, incredible performer. He kind of he's a good example of incorporating all his stuff, DJing and his producing stuff. It all kind of seamlessly goes together. Just incredible stuff coming from Tico, as well as a handful of other like DJ/producers out there. But we're just gonna mess around and see if we can come up with anything. As you can see behind me, it's dawn now, so we're gonna just kind of mess around. I have a few things kind of maybe loaded. So I'm running Serato on a separate laptop over here. And I just kind of created cue points, or, cue points are basically kind of chop points in a way, if you kind of look at it. And I'm just running Serato on this laptop here. So we're just going to listen to some samples here. I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic and see if we can kind of like come up with some stuff.
Just you down. Do not attempt to adjust you down. Do not attempt to adjust you back. Do not attempt to adjust you down. Do not break it down. Break it down like this.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's just like something simple that we just kind of made up on the spot. It was just like making cue points on like a piano track, and then taking like a drum loop and creating cue points on the drum loop, as well as creating like cue points on like another jazz track that had horns on it. So we were just kind of like cutting up the horns a little bit, and then just like scratching on it on top of it. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of like I said, I don't really like bridge the two, like DJing and producing. I kind of keep it pretty separate. I mean, I'm still trying to find a way to kind of do both, especially like in a performance kind of setting. I mean, it'd be cool to kind of like do like my beat set, but then incorporate like kind of like my DJ stuff into it and just kind of meld those two worlds together. But I still haven't really found like a good solidified way to kind of do that. I'm still kind of experimenting. But yeah, you know, you can kind of come up with like cool ideas as far as chopping up samples like that, like creating cue points on a song and then kind of chopping up the samples within those cue points. You can kind of come up with just ideas, like say if I didn't really want to put the drums like that or the sample like that, I can kind of take that track and put it into Ableton or into the MPC and then kind of do my chops that way. This is just kind of like if I'm DJing already and I kind of come across like maybe a sample that I'm like, oh, maybe I should sample that, then I'll kind of bounce that into Ableton or into my MPC and then go from there. This is more just like a starting off point, the DJing stuff. But, other than like, say that, the scratching and like coming up with cue points and stuff like that, I still very much just like DJing other people's music, just spinning out and just kind of playing funk and soul and jazz and hip hop and whatnot. It's still something I just enjoy doing as a music fan or a music listener. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know, this video is kind of short. I didn't come up with anything like really solidified. I just kind of wanted to maybe show the new background as well as show you a little bit of a different kind of setup here in the studio. Other than just me playing, stuff on the MPC or on the computer. Let's see if we can do the chops on here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll come up with a better video next time. I don't know. Maybe a better background too. All right, peace.